Hey everyone, I'm Jonathan. You're watching Media Recoil, and we're about to get into season 2 of the Umbrella Academy. And if you're unfamiliar with what happened with season 1, of eccentric billionaire or millionaire, whatever, goes around the world after finding out that 47 babies were born uh, due to strange circumstances on the same day. And he goes and he was able to collect 7 of them, and he raised 7 of them to be a super powered family. And while they were young, they were famous. They would go around doing missions and saving people. But as they grew up, they grew apart. They each went their own way. They were finally reunite at the father's funeral. And at the funeral, number 5 comes back because he has teleporting powers, and at one point before the father's death, he teleported to the future by accident and was stuck there for 40 years and found out that the world had ended, and he spent 40 years traveling and then finally found a way to get back and got back just in time for the funeral in the past, and told his brothers and sisters that the world ended and that they have 8 days to fix it. And then that's where the whole season picks up, and we go through different plot twists between what number 1 Luther was actually doing on the moon, what kind of missions he had, and then all the other ones, number 3, and then you also have Klaus, why he was always high. You found out that it was just to suppress all the ghosts because he could talk to ghosts and was even able to channel them at one point. But and then in the process of them trying to stop the end of the world, they cause it. But at the very last scene, number 5 was able to teleport them away to safety. At least we're assumed to safety. We just know that they were teleported somewhere, and we're thinking right where they left off, where we're gonna jump right back in, and we're just so excited. We're gonna find out what's been going on with them. Has there been time jump? Is it picking up right off where they left off? Where did they teleport? Did they teleport to the future? Just so many things are finally gonna get answered, and before we get into any of that, please make sure to subscribe, hit the bell, and stay tuned. I'm going to be pumping out these because I just can't. I've been waiting for this, and then as soon as I finished the boys' reaction, I jumped right into this, and here we go. Ready, set, go.
They're gone like a fart in the wind. Poof, poof. It's just me and you
Oh,
again.
they're in the past.
Hey, excuse me. Sorry to bother you. Could you tell me what year this is? What day?
Yeah, they're gonna think you're crazy, dude. So that's the way you look. No way, no
Klaus,
one's gonna tell you anything.
Get over here.
I'd have to see him from the
Date.
shoulders down.
You idiot.
Oh, yeah. February 11th,
1960, I got it right.
1960. Shit.
Oh no. Yeah. So that guy's taking pictures. Is he just live there? He's taking pictures as they fall. How do they know they're there? The other one that fell on his feet. Oh,
Stop! Why
what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
What the hell did we do now?
Oh, shit. How do you fight someone that can use the dead? Okay.
Hey! I heard a rumor that I blew your minds.
Oh, this is gonna be. Oh, wow. No way.
You want to live, come with me.
Yeah, something happened. Okay. Yeah, how do you fight that family? Nukes. It seems like the response that would be taken. The camera, you noticed? There you go. I always wondered what his like. Can he teleport through anything? Like Nightcrawler, he has to see where he's going.
Whatever, all right? I got 10 days to find them and save the world. Now I need your help to do that.
But wouldn't something like the end of the world need to be stopped sooner than 10 days? Like, you thought there would be like a chain of events that would set it off earlier.
What causes it?
I don't know. Maybe some Looney Tuned asshole with a hero complex tried to save the president and screwed everything up.
So you're saying it worked? I saved the president.
And killed the world.
I know I could do it.
So I'm totally missing the big picture.
Okay. I'll help you.
Thank God.
After I save Kennedy. And then you swing us back a few decades so I can slit Hitler's throat off with a butter knife.
This is why you don't have any friends.
Seriously, dude.
You know what? Guard! My brother is plotting an escape. The bars of his room have been shaved down.
Piece of shit! No!
I'll be back for you later, okay? Just... nighty-night.
And at least you know he's not gonna escape. You know where to find him.
You need me.
Nobody needs your shit, Klaus. That's why you're always alone.
Oh, damn.
Eat shit, you shit eater! Get off!
Like, what the fuck?
Fair's fair, you win. And I gotta be on my way.
You got sticky fingers.
Down.
That was always gonna happen.
Showtime, Ben.
What in the hell? No, I'm good. Go fight your own battles.
Pick a
Damn.
better time to self-actualize. I bet you're loving this, aren't you?
I'm not hating it.
Shit, which one?
Yeah, there's no key fob, buddy. No, how did he guess the right truck? How did he guess the right truck? I totally thought he got it wrong.
You see the pen?
I was like, alright, that's enough. Kick his ass. To make the fight a little more interesting. Damn! Holy crap. Damn. Well done.
But you don't own this building, now do you?
Ooh.
Not yet. Well, then I'll ask you to step off the property. Have a good night.
Did you just deliberately shut this door on my foot, boy? That's assault.
Damn.
I hope that felt good.
You have no idea.
Okay. Surprised she didn't use her power. Does she not use that anymore? Like after what happened to her last family? Diego waking up in his room. I wonder what they did to the bars. Oh, they didn't even put him in his room. They put him in this padded cell. Yeah, until you can fix his room.
Even your emotions have an echo in so much space.
Oh, he's dislocating his shoulder so he can get out of the... Yeah.
Without care, yeah, I was out of
That is so
touch.
resourceful.
But it wasn't because I didn't know enough.
And painful.
Does that make me crazy?
God, what does that drug do to you? Especially back then. The treatment, even today, the treatment of people in mental hospitals, psychiatric wards are horrible. He still managed to get out.
Hargreaves, how you doing out here?
Sleepwalking.
You're not the only one who wants out, Wolfman.
How did she get out?
I'm coming home, baby, now.
Seriously, she could stick around.
I'm coming home now, right away.
Ooh.
I'm
Oh
sorry
no.
I ever went away.
She make things interesting.
Every night and day
Thank God you're here. 3 men just tried to attack us.
Get your hands up now.
Whoa! She is so resourceful.
Find my guy.
I knew I liked her.
no more.
Dead.
Don't shoot.
Yep.
We have to find the others because the world ends again in 10 days. I have no idea how to stop it.
I don't give a shit.
You've been getting pulverized. Yeah, you've been getting pulverized every day. Like, you can totally understand. He's probably had one of the worst of them all. He's been alone. Diego, for some reason, found some strange fascination with the girl that he has in the psych ward. And then you have Allison, who got married, who met someone and got married, and they're starting projects together. And then you have Klaus, who has Ben all the time, and then he had to leave San Francisco because of all the other people he was meeting too. It's so interesting how they picked up right where they left off, and it looks like they have to stop another apocalypse. And I just wonder how long that apocalypse thing is going to go, because it's going to happen in 10 days. I remember the last one was going to happen in 8 days. And I just wonder, like, I really don't, like, I'll take the apocalypse story because I don't know where they're going to go with it. I don't know how the apocalypse is going to unfold. It looks like at one point the whole family got together and they were fighting, and they're the reason for the apocalypse. Because if you have, like, superpowered people, how do you fight them being just regular? You just try to nuke them, and then you nuke, and then everyone starts nuking everybody, and then that's how the world ends. It's a super slippery slope with that. And like I was saying, I'll take it because I'll take the apocalypse thing again because I don't know where they're gonna go with it. But I would be really disappointed if there's like a third apocalypse in like season 3, because then I just keep getting, how would I say, like it's like fatigue. It's like I don't get as emotionally invested because every time they're around, there's an apocalypse, and it's a thing where you use the same story again and again. It starts to lose its interest and fascination and just sense of surprise where you would expect, oh, if they're on screen, they're trying to stop an apocalypse from happening. And if that's gonna be their thing, they just have to be super creative in the stories that they tell. Like just amazingly be able to like weave the intricacies of who they are and what paths they're going on and like have amazing character development to continue to have this apocalypse type of adversary that's always happening. And then we also have, and instead of the commission, it seems like there's these three new blonde haired guys who are going around hunting the family. And we need to find out where they're from. Are they part of what's left of the commission? Are they just like rogue people knowing that the family caused the apocalypse and they're trying to kill them? Because there's always that kind of group where they know this type of person is going to cause the apocalypse, so the only logical solution would be to just kill them and get them out of the way. That way, if they're not around to cause it, the apocalypse won't happen. And we just catch everyone like we have Luther, who's just who became a fighter, and we always see in characters that lose their way and get into like street fights, that they always descend into like a very dark place because he had no one, and all he does is when he takes a pounding to make the fight interesting, so people pay up more. Because if they know that he's gonna destroy everyone as soon as they walk in, no one's gonna want to bet against him. But if he's willing to probably take a dive or two and then and get pounded on until he's finally ready to just let loose and knock the guy out, that'll make more money for that boss. I think his name is Jack, and it looks like he's probably like his main bouncer or bodyguard. Because who else? If you can have him on your side, who else? Who else would you need? Because we just saw like before in the vision of the future that Five had, that he took like missile blast to the back and was totally fine. So yeah, if I had to pick someone to be on my side as a bodyguard in that time, it's gonna be him, because you don't know about the others. And then you have Allison, whose power we don't know if she still has her power, because you would assume as soon as she like opened the door, she would use her power and be like, "I heard a rumor you didn't know that there was anyone here," and then I bet he would just walk away. But she didn't use her power. She hit the guy, which is going to be serious repercussions. There's no way that that the guy is just going to let that happen, especially a woman hitting them in that time. He's definitely going to be so embarrassed and annoyed, and I can definitely see like authorities and even more people trying to shut that place down or stop whatever the people are trying to do before the president JFK comes. And then you have Diego, who's stuck in the psych hospital, and he's going through his own shit, and I don't know what mental state he's in. I don't know how these people can always think like, oh, if I can go into the past and stop this from happening, it just be better, because he was a good person. Like, sometimes history is better off for that reason. You can't just go and change history and think everything's gonna be willy nilly. Like, you don't, the repercussions of having JFK alive could like just spark huge outrage, And just thinking, like, all the things that would happen. Like, there's this book out there that my sister told me about. It's called If JFK Lived by Jeff Green. Green something. Green something. You can just put If Kennedy Lives and an alternate history by Jeff. Yeah, it'll come up on Google or audible.com. And it goes just like the different things that would happen if JF Kennedy survived. Like what would happen to the Civil Rights Act, Vietnam, how he would handle the Cold War, the election, things like that. And it's just such a dangerous thing to happen. Like things unfold in a certain way, and you can't change that. And then he's like, okay, as soon as we go and kill Harvey Lee Oswald, we're gonna go. You're gonna zap me back to the past even further, and we're gonna go and slit Hitler's throat with a butter knife. Like, dude, you are changing so many course of events that who wouldn't know what happened if you killed Hitler too early? Sure, certain things would unfold, but other things wouldn't happen too. And it's like this cascading effect where sometimes the horrible thing needs to happen so something good can happen out of it. So you just like with JFK's assassin, like the Secret Service learns so much after an attempt. Like there's this video on YouTube where a secret agent describes like all the major improvements they've made to their tactics when they're entering a new space or taking their target anywhere, or their call sign, whatever, the person that they're protecting. And it said the major developments that they had have all been after an attempt or an assassination has been made on the president or vice president or whoever they're guarding. And it's things like that, like JF Kennedy, the president doesn't ride around in convertibles anymore. And then Nixon, when he got shot, I think it was the one that he was the one that got shot. And he got shot because the car door wasn't open for him just to get in. They had to, after it happened, they had to open the door and push him in. And things like that. They realized that before he even like gets into the area that he's gonna get out from, where he's gonna enter the car from, the car door already needs to be opened, waiting for him to get in. And it's just things like that that they learn, like, okay, that needs to happen before this happens, and that needs to happen to protect that kind of thing. And it's just things like that. And if JF Kennedy never got shot, who would know? Like, there'll still be presidents riding in convertibles, or you would see presidents walking into cars with the door closed and then opened right in front of them as they're getting in. And it's just little things like that that we learn so much from history. And if we're not willing to learn from history, then we're just like that old saying, those that don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it. And that's so true. You can't just go back. You need to learn and move forward. Because if you don't allow to make mistakes, you're just gonna be screwed up. And he definitely, it's really messed up what number 5 did to Diego by ratting on him and making sure he wasn't going to escape. At least try to make sure he wasn't going to escape. Diego is very resourceful, but it was like necessary. He could not let him. He had to try to stop him from getting out, because he was going to go straight after Lee Harvey Oswald, especially after Diego told him that it worked. He would have found like a new sense of new goal. Like, oh yes, bolstered by success. Not listening to the fact that shortly after the world ended, like the people just are able to create these leaps in their minds, and it always drives me completely mad. How like they hear what they want to hear, and then when there's something else that is being told to them at the same time, in the same sentence, they don't want to hear it. And it just, but then all you go to Klaus, where he's driving around with Ben, and he's leaving San Francisco because he's just bombarded with ghosts, and he's trying to get away. He seems like he's going to Dallas, and we would assume that's only because he's trying to get away from the ghost, but I think it also has to do with the fact that the guy that he fell in love with in Vietnam when he got sent to the past in season 1, I think he might be trying to find him before he goes to Vietnam, because that would seem like really logical. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember if the guy said he was from Dallas. I did do a recap of the whole season 1, before going into season 2 again, because it's been a year at least. I forgot when this originally came out, but I definitely need a refresher, and I'm not familiar with everything that happened between him and the guy that he met in the Vietnam War, but I definitely assume that it's him he's going after the guy. And then you have Vanya, who seems to have fallen into a family whose son is not able to speak, and he's having some kind of episodes. We didn't see an episode on screen, but I'm pretty sure we might get one soon, so we can see what the kid's dealing with, or what's wrong with the kid, and what kind of help he's gonna need. And I don't know, I caught some kind of tension, sexual tension between Vanya and Vanya and the wife. We don't know what's gonna go on there, because the wife had a rebellious streak to her, and she's saving up pennies in case something were to happen to Carl, the husband. And because in these times a guy could just pick up a bag, move to the next town, and you wouldn't be able to find him. It's so much hard. Nowadays you can move across the country, and you can still find you on Instagram and Facebook, or private investigators. It'll be easy to track you down. And we'll see what develops. Is there gonna be some kind of an affair thing going on between them? That would be interesting. That would put a whole new spin on that relationship and her living situation in that house. How the husband would react to it, if he even finds out, because he's barely there. He's always at the office. And then you go to number 5, it hasn't been time for him at all. It probably has been a day or two, because he arrived ready at the end, where Hazel found him after he's spending 20 years with the donut shop girl. And unfortunately, it was so sad that she died from cancer, but at least he got to spend plenty of time with her. 20 years is better than what he would have got, because she was gonna die, and he was able to spend plenty of time with her. And you saw that he was ready to. He was gonna do this one thing, probably promise, if it was ever gonna be the end of the world again, or if the world ever needed him, that he would go there and help out one last time. And looked like he kept his promise to her. And then that's where we catch up with 5 being into the past. But what's also interesting is, so 5 meets those 3 blonde-haired gentlemen at the end of the world. No. Hazel finds him, brings him back 10 days sooner, and then those 3 guys get off the bus and kill Hazel. And then 5 starts running around trying to collect everyone, when he finally finds the guy that's taking the pictures of everyone that's landing in that alley. And then it looks like it's just 5 trying to bring everyone back together. He's found Luther, who's going through. I think next he'll try to find Allison. Ben and Klaus might be the last people he finds, because they're not even in the city anymore. They've left. And what might be his luck is that they got caught in the end after they stole the truck, which was hilarious. And it looks like they're being brought. They might be brought back. And if they brought back, that would be so fortunate for them. But it depends how far out they got. That might just help bring them to Dallas. But that was episode 1 of season 2, and I enjoyed it. It was everything I remember, because I remember it was like season 1 was such a surprise hit, and now season 2 picks up right where we left off with the action, and has some really good music that I know I'm unfortunately gonna have to be able to mute out when I'm editing this later, because there's no way in hell I can have that play through the scenes that I will react to. But I'm gonna actually go right into episode 2. You'll see the same Red Hot Chili Pepper shirt, because I am behind and I'm super excited for this show and I don't want to stop. So if you like this video, please smash the like button, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one, in episode 2. Bye.